Hey, what is going on, everyone? I'm so glad you took your time to spend with me right here today. I am your co-host of the Make Rocket Ball Wrestling Review Show, Mike Rock Wilson. Last night was TNA Impact Wrestling Live. The show kicked off when Jeff Hardy called out Mr. Anderson in the main event match later on in the show. And before that, Aces and Eights came out. It looked like Jeff Hardy was going to call out Bully Ray, but only to have every member of the Aces and Eights come out and attack Jeff Hardy verbally. And when Anderson got on the microphone, he really had a little difficult time getting his point across because I'm not really sure what happened there. It was like a waiting. It was almost like a waiting game or something. I wasn't really sure what was going on, but eventually Anderson did get his point across about what's going to happen in 2 weeks. When Bully Ray defeats him for the World Heavyweight Championship, you know how heels do their promos, and that was a little rusty on Anderson's part. But what I did like later on in the backstage segment before his match, he was getting all fired up. He had the hammer in hand, started pounding everything left, right, and center. And Bully Ray was there, and Devon was there, saw the whole thing going down. They were cracking up, laughing, and they're like, this is what we want. We want Anderson to go out there and beat Jeff Hardy. And Anderson said that he won't make it in a couple of weeks. And, well, of course, you know, I will get to the main event match later on. But, I thought Anderson was just a little rusty. But even though Bully Ray got on the microphone, at least something good came out of that. And I like that Bully Ray is the World Heavyweight Champ as a heel, as opposed to Bully Ray being a babyface and World Champ. That really, I don't think that would really work well anyway. So I like that little twist. Well, not twist according to Bully, but the twist they pulled in the storyline when it comes to the world title picture. Also, keep in mind, every month the TNA Impact Wrestling has open fight night, and anyone can call out anyone. And last night, Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez called out Christopher Daniels and Kazarian. Those two had a tag team match where the winner will face the tag team champions, Austin Aries and Bobby Roode. And I like that Chavo and Hernandez got a clean win here last night on TNA because right now it's looking like they could lose the tag team title match. I don't know, maybe they're going to split because they got that clean win and because Austin and Bobby never showed up and never cost anyone the match or get a double disqualification. So I'm really worried about the tag team division because there's only 3 teams and there's still individuals teaming up with each other. And Austin Aries and Bobby Roode are a perfect example, even though they do work well together. It's like Daniel Bryan and Kane. It's just the only thing is that there should be more real tag teams to bring back the Motor City Machine Guns if you have to, or even Generation Me, or even LAX. And it seems like Hernandez is usually only good in TNA when he has a tag team partner with him. So I really don't like Hernandez's chances as a singles competitor because he always relies on a tag team partner to get over, so to speak. So, well, let's just see what happens in the weeks to come in the tag team division. I mean, also last night, Tara Terrell called out Gail Kim when she got Gail Kim in the ring. Gail Kim brought out Tara with Jesse, and gained a 2-on-1 advantage over Taryn Terrell, started beating up on her until Velvet Sky came out and saved the day for Taryn. And this is I like the foreshadow to a tag team match because I think it's too soon for Taryn to face Gail 1-on-1 right now as opposed to later on. I think later on they will, but I like the foreshadow between the tag team match because at least there's a benefit for the 1-on-1 match. And right now, like I said last week, Gail Kim can now elevate any knockout in the knockouts division, and Taryn Terrell is the perfect knockout to benefit from this future 1-on-1 match. So great foreshadowing to a tag team match. The only thing that's a little the only thing I don't like that comes off of this is that Velvet Sky is used as a subplot advantage to this 1-on-1 match, and she's a Knockouts champ. I think the Knockouts champion and the title should be some sort of involved, but I like that it is not just yet because it is too soon. So let's just see what happens in the Knockouts division. Next week, TNA Gut Check will feature Adam Pearce going 1-on-1 with Magno. These two are veterans in the ring, so why not sign them both already, even though we haven't seen them go 1-on-1 just yet. It was almost like last week, well, actually, last month. It was almost like last month on Gut Check when we had two knockouts. And everyone was chanting, sign them both, and they can only sign one, so hopefully at least comes back and signs with TNA. Also last night, Hulk Hogan was in a backstage segment with Jeff Hardy, and he told him you can name the stipulation for your World Heavyweight Championship match, and he smiled. I like that Jeff Hardy smiled because he knows what he wants. And it's almost like, okay, he's good with the ladder. Maybe it'll be a ladder match. Well, I'll get to that later on. Also last night, Sting wanted to talk to Hulk Hogan backstage, only to no avail, so he tried a different approach. So he got in the ring and called out Hulk Hogan, only to exchange words with him. And for some weird reason, I don't think anyone... just the way these two talk to each other, Hulk Hogan told Sting to get out of my ring. There was some boos to Hulk Hogan. I don't think Hulk Hogan really should turn heel. And because he's a legend, he's a general manager, and he's Hulk. He don't need to turn heel anymore. I'll just leave it to it that. And another thing I like to point out is that maybe, now I'm going off on a limb here, but maybe this whole thing with Hulk Hogan and Sting is for the Aces and Eights and Bully Ray to believe that they don't trust each other anymore. Maybe they're working on some sort of plan to get rid of Aces and Eights once and for all, and this might be their approach? Well, let's just see when the weeks and months to come on TNA Impact Wrestling. We'll just see what happens. Also last night, James Storm called out AJ Styles for a 1-on-1 match, only to be attacked by the Aces and Eights. Doc, Garrett Bischoff, and Wes Briscoe, which kind of makes me believe, maybe AJ Styles could be with the Aces and Eights, but I like that there's no reveal that AJ is good or bad. It's almost like he reminds me of something that happened years ago on a old WCW program. Anyway, the Ace and Eights came out and attacked James Storm, only to have Eric Young and Kurt Angle to come out and even things up. And in a 6-man tag team match, Wes Briscoe pinned Kurt Angle, and he cheated to win, of course. so that test could say, hey, student beat the teacher, right? So I like that the student did beat the teacher there, and well, let's just see where it goes from there. Also last night, Petey Williams will be back, ladies and gentlemen. That's correct. It will be Petey Williams, the Canadian Destroyer, versus Sanjay Dutt and Mason Andrews, who's also a former X Division superstar. He's another one that will be back in a triple threat #1 contenders match to face Kenny King. But here's the interesting thing. Yeah, the new format is every match is a triple threat, but I'm wondering the logic. Because in a triple threat #1 contenders match, well, that would only be a singles competition for the X Division Championship, right? Well, you know, that does a little sound a bit strange, but maybe someone else will be integrated into the match. Maybe the one who does, well, the format is that if the other competitor does not get pinned, he could be put in as the third guy for the triple threat match. I like that the triple threat match is a new idea. The only thing that really I really think that should happen is that in this new X Division outline there should be more and not just a triple threat match. I think there should be other stipulations involved, some aspects and elements that should be involved. I like that the idea is a triple threat match, but there should be more added to these X Division new rules. And in the main event, it was Jeff Hardy versus Mr. Anderson in a one-on-one match, where Mr. Anderson almost used the hammer until Jeff Hardy got a hold of it and hit him. Of course, you know, the referee saw it. I like that Jeff Hardy never got the pin, but he still has momentum going into a couple of weeks on TNA Impact Wrestling for his World Heavyweight Championship match. And I like that he got the chair involved. Okay, this is foreshadowing something. He got the table involved. Okay, I see where this is going. And he brought out the ladder. He almost dove off it when he had Mr. Anderson on the table until Bully Ray came out and saved Mr. Anderson. Jeff Hardy got on the microphone and announced that his stipulation that he chose for his World Heavyweight Championship match in 2 weeks in Corpus Christi, Texas, will be a Full Metal Mayhem match for the world title. And if you don't know what a Full Metal Mayhem match is, well, what it is basically a TLC match, only there could be more weapons used throughout this match. You can have stop signs, you can have frying pans, you could have thumbtacks, you can have anything that's metal. Well, you know, the table, you know, it's wood, but, you know, the legs are made out of metal, right? So, Full Metal Mayhem. In 2 weeks, it will be Bully Ray defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Jeff Hardy. I am Mike Make Rock Wilson, signing out for the Make Rock and Bolt Wrestling Review Show. Get plenty of rest, and always do your best.